But one of the wonderful things about closing this ceremony and awards day is that we get to represent the faculty in their award, and then also the upper school heads award, which is easy to be represented by Mr. Thomas. I have the honor and pleasure of representing the faculty, and what the faculty has done is looked at all of our students and chosen 2 of them for the faculty award. The faculty award is given to 2 students who best exemplify the promise of Bentley School, both inside and outside the classroom, and who demonstrate compassion, engagement, and investment in others. These students have displayed a genuine joy in learning, and they have risen to every challenge with thoughtfulness and curiosity. The first award recipient exudes a quiet power, possesses endless determination, and leads by example. While she expects a lot of herself, she cares and cooperates for the good of all. She is resilient, deliberate, and unflinching in her commitment to inclusivity, fairness, and justice. She writes with passion and conviction, and one of her teachers stated that it's easy to get swept up in her writing. Another teacher described her as a powerhouse, exclamation point. She knows what she wants, and she works hard to achieve it. And another teacher stated that in my 2 years of teaching her, she's demonstrated an enthusiastic and a creative approach to thinking about scientific issues. Students, faculty, and administration alike have asked this young woman to represent them. She has served on student government, has been a model student ambassador, and even participated in a promotional video about Bentley's web server. She is a leader on and off the field of play. She participated in 12 varsity team seasons, which means she was on a team every term of her high school career. One sign of a good player is not just how they are, but how good they make everyone else around them. This student, as good as she is, and she is good, also and more impressively made everyone around her better. An accomplished piano player, she would not stop until she figured it out, and her music teacher described her as a relentless learner. Whether she's on the playing field or in the science laboratory, she has dazzled us with her commitment to this community. For these reasons, the faculty has chosen to honor Julia Jung. Of the Faculty Award is a student who is a generous peer, a conscientious student, and a sensitive reader. Intensely curious with a fearless willingness to explore, to take risks, to be wrong, and to stand by her convictions, she has been described by one of her teachers as one of the bravest students I've ever taught. She wasn't afraid to take a stand without ever losing her compassion for others in the room. Another teacher noted this student's keen perception, stating, "She always seems to know whether a situation calls for humor or gravity, and she brings infectious joy to her analysis of literature to class every day." Another teacher said, "One rarely encounters a student so dedicated to deep original thought and so committed to intellectual inquiry. She is constantly asking questions, she is admirably self-reliant, and she eschews what is easy in favor of that which will teach her something new. Self-motivated and determined, she pushes herself to do her best work at all times and constantly looks for additional ways to learn from each and every experience. So much so, she even brought home the Daphnia from her biology lab last year in order to try to see if she could culture them. On stage, be it in music or drama, she has dazzled this community with her performances. An out-of-the-box thinker, this student truly knows herself and is comfortable in her skin, which should come as no surprise given her standout performance in Guys and Dolls. For these reasons, we recognize Kelly Morimoto.
Just another brief additional note. These all school awards are voted on, all of them are voted on by the faculty. They're awards, the Heads Cup, which will be given out at a graduation, which everybody is invited to attend. So the next award is the Upper School Heads Award. And the Upper School Heads Award, as I said, is voted on by the faculty and given to the male and female students, historically seniors, who have shown the greatest service to the Bentley school community. The first recipient ranks as one of the most influential, engaging, and charismatic students at Bentley. One faculty member wrote, "A warrior and champion for social justice on campus with a wicked reading voice and wisdom beyond her years." The recipient has probably the best grasp of how literature connects to big picture, real world issues than any other student at Bentley. A true visionary, she is a voice of hope and the instigator of change on our campus. She is gifted with a deep intellect who comports herself with a profound sense of compassion and thoughtfulness, and is a mature and creative thinker. One of her English teachers commented, "When she hits her stride in her analytical writing, I get the shivers." She has an unparalleled knack for not only seeing deeply into literature and its applications to the larger world, but also for wording it beautifully. An accomplished poet, as well as a voice of calm and centered thoughtfulness and student government. The Upper School Head Award goes to Adeniji. The next recipient has been called by some Mr. Everything. One faculty member noted, "He is a combination of his kind attitude, strong sense of self, mathematical prowess, physics intuition, and commitment to diving deep into ideas. He pushes everything around him to be as rigorous and creative as they can possibly be, and it's an honor to be his teacher." This recipient has also been called a young scholar of admirable analytical sophistication and emotional intelligence. Always kind and inquisitive, this brilliant young thinker and jazz musician has focused intensely on just the facility of his own ideas and creativity, but not only his facility of his own ideas and creativity, but also on listening deeply to his peers and responding appropriately when necessary. Most recently, the student unpacked a room full of curious and like-minded students as he took them through a whirlwind tour of quantum mechanics as part of his independent study. The second recipient of the Upper School Head Award also goes to an admirable peer counselor, Benjamin Robb. The editors of the yearbook, please come up.